Welcome guys. I'm going to talk to you about 3 interesting things that happened during World War One. Many of you know that I'm from Belgium, so maybe you've read this, maybe you've heard this, I don't know. So I'm going to talk about the Belgians in World War One. Mainly because, like I said, I'm from here, and because so little do talk about us. Well, we were very involved, if not most involved, in World War One. It's mainly on Belgian land that the battles were fought, like the trench wars and stuff. But we crazy Belgians also did many other great things, like built the Statue of Liberty or built the Eiffeltower. What? We didn't? Oh well, this is awkward. Anyway, let's head over to the interesting stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm showing you a cool kill now, because you're not going to see many others. I suck. Let's get started with the first subject. If you didn't know this already, Belgium contains 3 languages, Dutch, French and German. At the time of World War I, only Dutch and French were active languages. Now, we have a long history of having social inequality, which means the French part of the country had more to say. The reason was because all government activities like the courts, political systems, you name it, were written and spoken in French, so this was a great disadvantage for the Dutch half of Belgium. So in other words, this meant that officers, so people in the army with a higher rank than a normal soldier, mostly only spoke French, meaning that all the commands were shouted in French, which basically meant that all Dutch-speaking soldiers didn't know what to do and were cannon food for the Germans. It got so bad that all Dutch-speaking soldiers refused to fight for a period of time until they integrated Dutch-speaking officers. It amazes me how commanding officers thought that only speaking one language in a bilingual country on the battlefield would prove useful or equal. Strange. So the second subject is, and it's a subject I take much pride in, it's that the reigning king of that day, King Albert I, used to fight with his soldiers in the trenches. He wasn't the regular stay safe and well defended in my castle kind of king, but he was a patriotic hero that stood by his men, defending the country against the Germans. It must have been amazing for the morale of the soldiers. Not only him, but his wife took part in the war. She was also in the trenches, I believe taking care of the wounded soldiers, giving medical treatment to anyone she could. An amazing king's pair in my opinion. Now for the last subject, this is a good one. The battle at the Iron, or Yser in Dutch. It's a river next to the polders field. This also was a place where there were a lot of trenches and where many casualties were made. But first a little backstory. The Germans wanted to attack France, which was their #1 priority. They thought by sending soldiers through Belgium that they would have the advantage of a surprise attack on France. The main goal was Paris. But they met unexpected heavy resistance from the Belgian people. Now, to go back to the battle at the Iron, or Yser. After much fighting at the Iron, no party had gained or lost a significant amount of territory, but the battles took a toll on both sides. Then Belgium came up with a strategy. Hendrik Gerard, it's a man, accompanied with a group of soldiers, set out to flood the polders area by opening the valves or the dam of the river. They eventually succeeded in this and flooded the lands, meaning that the Germans lost that territory, couldn't go over, but it also meant that the Germans couldn't give logistic support to their troops fighting in or at France. Logistic support, with that I mean not supplying their troops with equipment, ammo or additional troops. So this meant a great victory for Belgium and France. So that were the 3 interesting things about Belgium in World War I. I hope you enjoyed. I like talking about this kind of stuff because people tend to forget Belgium and talk about their own war stories like, yeah, England did this or America did that, but most of the fights were fought on Belgian soil, so sometimes it's a bit, I don't know, disrespectful in my opinion that they just leave out a big part of World War I. But anyways, I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want to hear more of these war stories. Of course, this came from the new Battlefield that is coming out, which will take place in World War I. I'm very excited about it. You're gonna see me play that a lot if you're a subscriber. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, if you're new around here, you know, just subscribe. You know, just subscribe. All right, all right. Bye, guys.